And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To throw on third down. Goddard. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
On 1st and 10, Rich, throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, it's Stanley. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down. Rich. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Rich. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Goddard. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Goddard. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And right side, they're going to go option here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, Goddard. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goddard finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw on 3rd down. Goddard, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Off play action. Rich.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And right side, they're going to go option here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Goddard. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 3rd down, Goddard.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Goddard. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Goddard. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, Goddard. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Panthers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goddard. Fuller brings it in over the middle.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
About a ½ yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Rich. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Stanley. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the 1st half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw. Goddard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Rich, flush to his right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and 2, Rich. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Rich hitting London coming across the field. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On 2nd down now, it's Stanley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Rich into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Hands it off out of the gun. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And right side, they're going to go option here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The offense on 3rd down, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Stanley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. Goddard. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. A final shot before break. Rich, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start in the AFC with 2 of the more dynamic offenses in recent memory. Kansas City taking on Pittsburgh. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that game all even as they host the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, Rich. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion. But give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
To throw on 3rd down. Rich, he finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rich. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, Goddard. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Rich over the middle, complete. That's Stanley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Rich throws right back to London, complete again.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. High of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the gun on 3rd down. Goddard, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Throwing to start the drive. Rich got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Rich. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Rich. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Rich. Uses the stiff arm.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rich. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Rich.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down. Rich dancing to his left. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
On 4th down, Rich. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goddard. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, Goddard. And this is going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Stanley.
Down at the 25.
On 2nd down, it's Stanley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Rich. Steps away to his left. Yeah, he's got it. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
On 1st and 10, Goddard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Goddard over the middle, complete. It's Fuller.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Goddard. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Goddard. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
45 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Goddard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this time,